Hi everyone, it's Kim from Expressions of the Universe with your weekly wisdom for October 8th through the 14th. I'm going to make this really short and quick because I'm recording a detailed video about Jupiter moving into Scorpio on October 10th, which is this Tuesday. It'll be in Scorpio for the next 13 months until November 8th. There's a lot to say about it. I'll talk about the current transit, which Jupiter has been in Libra for the last 13 months. What did it do for us? What did it show us? Jupiter is the planet of luck, and what we got was not what we expected. So it really makes me think about what this Scorpio transit will bring us. Let's get down to it. I'm going to pick the theme of the week, which is, this is really nice. It's delight. So I'm always talking about us being happy and joyous. There's so many people that are always in such heavy negative energy. They don't delight in anything. This week, really take every opportunity that you can to delight in something, whether it's savoring a dessert, savoring a delicious cup of coffee, savoring your beloved pets, even being grateful for the job that you have, the home that you're in. Delight in everything. When you shift your energy to a delightful type of attitude, things just will change for you in your life. If you were walking around sourpuss, miserable, complaining about all the things that aren't going right in your life, that's really all you're going to get back. Look at this friggin' hair. Always with my hair. The weather's horrible outside today. We are at about 80% humidity, and it's nasty outside. It's thick and heavy. So the first card that I have, this comes in for today, and I'm probably not even really going to highlight this tomorrow. And it came up before. It's about belonging. It's the House of the Dark Knight. And by the way, I'm using the Wisdom of the House of Night deck. It's by Colette Baron Reed and, I can't see, PC Cast. It's a pretty dark deck, but I really like using dark decks during the month of October because it's all that Halloween energy, and we are getting ready to move into Scorpio, plus the Jupiter in Scorpio, and that's always very dark energy. But this belonging is saying that you are in the right place. Where you are right now is exactly where you are supposed to be. So yes, you may be questioning whether you are doing the right thing. Should you leave a certain place? Should you leave a certain relationship? There's something that you have to learn and experience right now from where you are. So embrace that. Delight in it. The card that comes in for Monday is Reminder. Is it Reminder or Remember? I can't even see. It's Remember. And what this is not the best card, but this is saying is you are going to be put in a similar situation as you have been before, and now you're being asked to take a different path, do something different. Don't do what you did before, because you will just have to relearn this lesson again. When you keep being given the same situation or scenario, the players may be different, the people may be different, but if it's a similar situation, it's to teach you a lesson. And are you going to do the same thing over again, or are you going to try something a little bit different, even if you're afraid to do something different? Even in our behavior, behaving differently will give you a different outcome. This whole week is about karma. I'll talk about that with this Jupiter moving into Scorpio because it starts out in the 12th house, and that is all about karma. So stay tuned for that. The card that comes in on Tuesday when Jupiter moves into Scorpio is Summon. And what this is asking you to do is, it's time to start a ritual, whether it be a health ritual, a spiritual ritual, something to ground you and get you started every day. Is it a cleansing of your body and your mind? Is it a cleaning ritual of some sort? This is asking you also to think about meditating and deep breathing, really coming back into who you are. There's so much external chaos that goes on around us every single day that we sometimes lose sight of ourselves, lose sight of our soul. And this is asking you to practice something small every day before you leave the house so that you can ground and come back into yourself and walk out the door, feeling like $1,000,000. Now, the card that comes in for Wednesday is Differences, and this has come up before. This is asking us to embrace and respect people that have different opinions. Do you hear this Pomeranian? He has a collapsing trachea. He has some breathing issues, and probably the wormwood that I'm burning right now is not helping him. I'm sorry, little guy. Anyway, so take a look at that bowl of fruit. Take a look at these two cats. They're both cats. One's black, one's white. Is one better than the other? No. Take a look at the bowl of fruit. You have an apple and an orange. They are both fruit. Is one more valuable than the other? So when you encounter people with differences of opinions this week, this is just asking you to take a step back and pause for a moment, listen to them, and respect their other opinion. We are not always 100% right. There are different perspectives to everything. Maybe we're not seeing something that the other person is seeing. So hear them out and embrace the differences of everyone that's around you. I think that's what a lot of people have a hard time doing. That's why we have so much chaos within our world, is because we don't embrace the differences of people that are different than us. It's not right, because we are all just people, right? Some are crazier than others. And then the card that I have for Friday, it's going to be no surprise, but I wanted to pick it now, and it is cycles. What this card is saying, what comes around goes around. Now, I know you're immediately thinking, oh, so-and-so's going to get what they have coming to them. Well, guess what? Your actions will also have things coming back to you. So this is asking you to be extremely mindful of the way that you act and behave and react to other people and situations, because if you are not standing in full authenticity and full integrity, being a decent human being, it's going to come back and get you, especially with this Jupiter moving into Scorpio in the 12th house. That's how it's going to start. It's all about karma. Some of us have some dues to pay. Some of us have paid our dues. But just like the cycles of the moon, constantly going around and around, karma is always following all of us. So don't forget, what comes around goes around. What you dish out is what you will give back. A lot of people are extremely arrogant and egocentric, and they think that everything's being done to them or done towards them. And, if you are thinking vengefully, those vengeful thoughts are also going to come back to you. We are not as perfect as we imagine ourselves to be. It's not everybody else's fault. Everything that occurs is a two-way street. With every action, there is a reaction, and the way that we react is our own karma. So that's all I have for you, keeping it short, keeping it light. Be sure to check out my full blog and video on Jupiter moving into Scorpio this week. It's going to be extremely enlightening. I love you. Until next week, peace and blessings. Mwah, 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 mwah. And stay tuned also, because we will be having another live weekly wisdom with mini readings for all of you very soon. I believe October 22nd. It's a Sunday, and I'll probably do it during the day so that more people from the UK or Australia, South Africa, in different countries can possibly join us. Until later, I love you. Bye. Hi, it's Kim again. I forgot the crystals of the week, so I'm working with a lot of green crystals. I am loving malachite for this week. Ruby and zocite, or ruby fusite. I've got green aventurine here. This is all about the heart chakra. I've got some ocean jasper. The jaspers and the agates, they are really, really working well. I think this is prehnite. And I'm really going to be using a lot of the green for my heart chakra this week because of the dense energy. I need to stay in that. But also, too, with us moving into Scorpio, Jupiter moving into Scorpio, I want to focus on the sacral and the root chakras. So I've got some fantastic carnelian, some tangerine quartz, and here's some raw carnelian. So that's what I'm using this week. Peace and blessings. Sorry, I always forget this part.